Get a Compass. We'll start with that. Jeremiah. So first and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory to Allah, and double honors to the honored bishops and apostles of great millstone and time of truth. Another week in, week out, doing this work out here on the highways and byways as Yahweh Shah has commanded. And today we're going to start going in with the topic of pretty much the modern woman and going into how all that was prophesied. It seems to be the spirit recently with all the brothers going into how you got to beware, of these women because the modern day woman has been weaponized against the Israelite man and any man in general. So when you go into where this odd comes from, it comes from the serpent being Esau, Edom being in authority, and pushing that philosophy of feminization, feminism. But it also comes from the Lord. The Lord was the one that said that all this was going to take place. So
Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long wilt thou go about, thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
right, so there's going to be a time where the Lord was going to create a new thing in the earth, right? And that new thing was that a woman was going to compass a man. Which, when you go into that word compass, it means to run around, right? Essentially control. And the time that this prophecy is taking place is today. Here, America, Babylon the Great, this is where we're seeing the true fruition of that. And, you can see it by, the philosophy, like I said, feminism, and ultimately it's being spread everywhere. And when you go into Genesis, it was actually a curse that the woman was going to be in this mentality. So you have it here, but you also have it in Genesis when you get it in the blue letter, you go to when it says that the woman shall conceive in pain. You got to get it in the NLT because the Lord essentially made it so that a woman's when a woman conceived child, it was going to be painful. Before it wasn't painful at all. It was just slip out and go. And the Lord changed that when Adam and Eve went off. But something that came with that also. Conceive.
I don't know. It's so confused on all that.
um, Genesis 3 and 16.
Genesis 3 and 16. Then he said to the woman, I will sharpen the pain of pregnancy, and in pain you will give birth, and you will desire to control your husband, but he will rule over you.
Right, so that was the curse that the Lord put upon us is that the woman was going to desire to control her husband, but we were still going to rule over them. And that's where you're seeing today, at a massive scale, is that that's been now liberated. It's okay for them to try to control their husbands. And that's why you have, your women try to nitpick things and